How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video we have another World Series clue that will be released today, and then I'm thinking we might see a Retro Finest Choice Pack. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we are about to get an updated schedule, which I believe will be extremely important. We'll know more information about a potential collection. We could know more information about some of these Retro Finest cards and a Retro Finest specific collection, but we do have this brand new Ranked Seasons 5 reveal, and this is going to be a Rookie of the Year, they said, and I'm thinking this might be Cody Bellinger. I know it looks like Dodger Stadium. The one-handed finish is throwing me off a little bit because Cody Bellinger has a two-handed finish in the game, so that is a little bit confusing, but he also won Rookie of the Year, and we had this MVP version. Cody Bellinger has had a different type of Finest card. I believe it was a Finest in MLB The Show 19, and they've kind of brought that card back. So that Cody Bellinger card might actually be a throwback Finest card, like a flashback Finest from a previous game. I have a feeling that they are going to include this Franmil Reyes and some of those throwback, retro Finest current players, right? That's kind of confusing to say. But it's a little bit different from the Retro Finest Legend cards that we're about to get. But this is kind of my prediction, right? Are we going to get a Retro Finest Choice Pack similar to what we saw in last year's game with the Finest packs at the end of the game cycle? But we also saw the Takashi pack with a Takashi collection. So that's kind of where I got this from. But players I think could get an upgrade in that pack, right? Players I was predicting to be World Series awards. Players I think that could be earning an upgrade pretty soon. Lou Brock is definitely on that list. Sean Green is another one. I thought it actually might be Sean Green in that screenshot, but he didn't win Rookie of the Year, so it will not be him, obviously. Jason Bay, I know he already has a Battle Royale reward, but I think, a Retro Finest Jason Bay card would be pretty good. I tried to look at some Legends that don't necessarily have an upgrade, but definitely some Legends that they could release in different rounds of the pack, right? Base round, middle tier, rare round. Rob Dibble might be a rare round pick if they were to release a Retro Finest Rob Dibble. They kind of already leaked a Rob Dibble earlier in the year, but a couple of these guys would be really good. Like a Retro Finest Jorge Posada. I don't know if it would be like a 99. It might be a 97, 98, and that might be a really good middle tier pack. Johnny Bench, maybe at a 99, could be a rare round catcher. I don't know. I'm just speculating, right? Brooks Robinson, I think, is a perfect card to release right around this time of the game cycle. If you wait too long with a card that's like this, right, a 98 or a 99 overall, that's very similar to these attributes right here, then other cards become much better than this type of player. And right now I feel like this is on par with some of the other cards that we have in the game. Mini MINOSO just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I am expecting that we get some type of Mini MINOSO card, right? It could be a Retro Finest. I think that is the trend here. I think that's what we're going to see. Al Kaline for the Tigers, I think that would be a pretty good pick. I want to say he is in the game. I think there is an Al Kaline card that I already have, Legends and Flashback player, but we have Mike Schmidt as well. I think Mike Schmidt would be an excellent pick for a Retro Finest. At first, it seemed like they were going with Retro Finest cards and players that maybe, played on their respective team or only that one respective team, but obviously not as we move forward with some of the reveals, right? Dontrelle Willis has a Marlins Retro Finest, but he played on a variety of teams. He played on the Tigers. I'm pretty sure he played on the Yankees. I don't know. But we do have a couple Yankees players on this list. Gleyber Torres had a Finest card. This is kind of what I mean by a flashback or a throwback Finest card, right? Aaron Loop would be a great reliever to release. Someone like this, right? Finest cards from last year might be too good. So they might have to nerf him a little bit. I don't know how that would look in the game because they already released Franmil Reyes and they didn't really nerf him. But like someone like Blake Trinan, a throwback Finest from a previous game, that was really good. That was MLB The Show 18 Finest card. Really good player there. Jack Flaherty is another one I liked. Ricky Henderson, I think, will get an upgrade here pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be a Retro Finest card, but I think Ricky Henderson will get an upgrade. I think Mickey Mantle will eventually get an upgrade. I'm kind of hoping sooner than later, But I also understand that they might not want to release, players that are too good end game players right now. Because if they were to release someone like this 99 overall Mickey Mantle, this is an end game card. This is a card that won't leave anybody's lineup, or potentially a card they would use for the rest of the game cycle. But I also wanted to include maybe like a live series throwback finest card like Fernando Tatis. I would love to see something like that as a part of a collection. I don't think we're going to get Griffey because he was a collection reward in last year's game. I would love to see Ken Griffey Jr. retro finest sometime in the near future, or maybe even an upgraded Ken Griffey Jr. like a Takashi Ken Griffey Jr. But Chipper Jones, I guess, could be a rare type of round player or a potential collection reward. He was a collection reward in last year's game, so I don't think he'll be another collection reward in this year's game. I would like to see maybe something like this Francisco Lindor. He had a finest card, I believe, in MLB The Show 18 as well. That card was released a couple times, and it was always best in that specific game. But we are probably going to get something like this Matt Carpenter for the July Player of the Month. Kind of interesting. He won it in 2018 as well. But let me know, what do you think? Do you think we're going to get a Retro Finest Choice Pack in the pack store? I think it would almost be a perfect opportunity to release maybe some of these awesome 97, 98 overall cards. Maybe mix in a few 99s in there for the rare round. It just depends. But let me know what you think. I'm going to be looking at this updated schedule. However, I do have to work a little bit later today, so I'm going to try to make another video later this afternoon. Until next time, I'm College Lefty, and peace out.